Hello, my name is Gordon Johnson, and welcome to the Brain Injury Information page, tbilawClipAnthology. TBI standing for Traumatic Brain Injury Law. This is a page that's designed to give you information about brain injury, concussion, coma, and these other terms that are used to describe significant brain damage. If you or your loved one has suffered a brain injury, regardless of whether it was labeled a concussion, this page is for you. I am a lawyer, not a doctor. I'm a lawyer who concentrates his practice on representing those with brain injuries. Why is this information coming from the unusual source of a lawyer? Because it was information that needed to be said, and it needed to be said in a language that those who were affected by this life robber could understand. While there are others who could have made a similar contribution, these words and these ideas are mine, honed from years of representing those with brain injuries, years of doing battle against insurance companies and defense attorneys, years of listening to people with brain injury and to those who love them. We are here to help you get through this, to help you understand what it is that brain injury means for you in your future. I spend all of my professional time representing those with brain injuries against those who have carelessly caused this devastating injury. You will discover that our perspective on brain injury is unique. It is unique because our struggles with clients like you. You have taught us more about brain injury than any medical professional ever learned about brain injury in medical school. My legal battles are not just against the careless, but also against the ignorant in the medical community. That part of the medical community that has no concept of how devastating this injury is to you and to your loved ones. This poor understanding of brain injury in the medical community requires me to associate with the best minds in the field, the best doctors in the country, doctors who are never satisfied until they have found the true pathology. Of the many thousands of questions I have heard in my years of brain injury advocacy, three themes keep repeating themselves. With coma cases, the doctors are saying, we will just have to wait and see. In concussion cases, the doctors are saying there will be no permanent brain injury. And in all cases, no one is saying anything about the long term, the behavioral changes, the struggles, the disability that will come from this injury. SubtleBrainInjury.com is a comprehensive treatment of concussion. Its primary focus is the significant minority of people who do not have a short, quick recovery from concussion. In contrast to the rapid recovery promised after a concussion, there is a significant minority, as many as 10 or 15%, who have lasting deficits. If those deficits have persisted as long as 90 days, in our experience, they are worse at a year. The issues of outcome, symptoms, behavioral changes are treated here on tbilawClipAnthology. This page focuses on symptomatology, disability, legal rights, and compensation. The links to these pages are on the left. When we're talking about brain injury, the first thing that we believe it's important to understand is the normal brain. That's how this page begins. The next thing that we focus on is understanding the pathology that occurs to the normal brain, including the mechanisms that can cause such injury. Once we've dealt with the normal brain, the pathology and the mechanisms, then we move on to understanding how such pathology affects the way a human being behaves. Brain injury is about a functional change in a human being. You can injure brain cells and it not change you at all, which is why many people with concussions have complete recoveries. However, when there are people who do not get better, there is an actual organic pathological explanation for that, and that is what this page focuses on. Ultimately, with you, this page will be self-accrediting. Yes, it comes from a lawyer, not a doctor, but you will recognize yourself in these pages. You will be bolstered by the information here and feel encouraged that someone else has also gone through what you are going through. One of the things that I really would like you to take a look at on TBI Law is the essays. These essays were written, most of them more than a decade ago. Many of them came from editorials I wrote in a brain injury newsletter that I edited. As I look at what's now occurring in blogs on the internet, it's interesting for me to see that I was on my soapbox that long ago doing much of the same thing.